Hello, I'm gonna show you a little program that you didn't know you needed in your life. And it's called BookCLI. I've created this little app with Bash and with a little help from my AI friends. It's called BookCLI and it's basically a bookmark manager. Okay, it's this one here. How does it look? It looks like this. BookCLI Bookmark Manager. This is the code. You can check it on GitHub. Let's see how it works, right? First, let's see what do we have in this folder. We have bookmarks, sh, actual bookmark script, and whatever you write in the script, it will be stored in this this file here, bookmarks.txt, right? So what do we do? First, let's see what is stored in the bookmarks text list. We're using bookmarks.sh list, and this is it. So far I have only one bookmark. It's called uBlock filter list. That's the title. Here we have the address, when it was added, and its tags. Something about uBlock, privacy. I could add maybe browser, whatever. So how do we add another bookmark? Let's see, what do we want to add? Let's say that we want to add distro watch. So we go back here and say bookmarks.h, and then we say add, and then we paste the actual link, and then we can say what is the title of this link. I'd say it's distro watch, and then we can put some even some tags. Distro watch, what is that? That is definitely website, Linux, for instance, right? Linux, maybe distros, something like this, right? It says bookmark added successfully, title distrowatch, URL distrowatch.com, and tags website Linux distros. Let's see how does it look. Let's try again. Yeah, here uBlock is number 1 and number 2 is distrowatch, right? So this is how you add bookmarks. Let's try one more. Of course, Debian. This is the one that we want. Debian, we want to add Debian. So we just write bookmarks.sh add, and then we paste the link, and then we put in quotes the name of that link, which is Debian, and then some tags. Just call it links Linux, maybe this, no, just Linux, right? And Debian. Since I'm using Debian, that is probably a very important tag to me. Bookmark added successfully. Okay, once again, let's list all bookmarks that I have. Boom, here they are: uBlock, distrowatch number 2, and Debian number 3. And all these 3 bookmarks are stored in text file called bookmarks. Let's check that. And as you can see it here, date when each bookmark was added with its link, title, and tags, right? So here we have this uBlock filter list, here we have distrowatch and Debian, one that we just added, right? So this is what is stored in bookmarks.txt. Okay, so how do we search our bookmarks, right? Let's try and do that. So we write .bookmarks.sh and then search, and then I can search for, let's say, Debian. And here it is. It shows Debian. It's bookmark number 3, right? It was the 3rd bookmark we added. So it says position and Debian name and all other relevant information. It says found 1 bookmarks, right? So what if I write Linux, right? Then it shows 2 bookmarks because I have also DistroWatch that has tags Linux and Debian also tag Linux. So total found 2 bookmarks, right? How do we delete a bookmark, right? First, let's see, what do we have? We have these 3 bookmarks. So let's say we want to delete DistroWatch. That is number 2, right? So we can just write bookmarks.sh delete and then just number of that bookmark you want to delete. In this case, it's 2. So I'll just write number 2. And it's asked me, are you sure you want to delete this bookmark, DistroWatch? Type yes. And bookmark is deleted successfully. Let's try and see. And now it says uBlock filter list number 1 and Debian is now number 2. And these are the 2 bookmarks that we have. And basically this is my little script for storing your bookmarks, right? I'm using Firefox and I'm not always content with the Bookmark Manager, although it is much more complicated than this little thing I have in my terminal. But I guess this is really easy to use. And one more thing, let's say we want to open one of these bookmarks. We can do it actually from our terminal, right? We can just write bookmarks.sh and then open, and let's say I want to open Debian's website, right? So I'll just write open and number 2 because Debian is number 2 here, right? Let's see. Yeah, and it opens in my a browser called Firefox. So this is it. This is Debian's website. This is how you use basically this little script I created called BookCLI. You can find it on GitHub right here. BookCLI Bookmark Manager, a lightweight terminal-based bookmark manager for developers and power users who prefer the command line. Store, organize, and access your bookmarks without leaving your terminal. Here are some features: simply storage, fast search, colorized output, browser integration, tag support, no dependencies. Here's a little quick start. How do you use it? I just shown you in this video a few examples. How to install it, as if it's super difficult. It's not. Option 2, of course, you can clone repository. You can even create alias, which is probably a good idea. So instead of just writing ./bookmarks.sh, you can just make an alias called BM, for instance, or whatever you like. And yeah, this is BookCLI or BookCLI. Enjoy.